don't need to have sense, just have music.
I don't want to be hearing, I have somebody that can do it for 30k.
So usually I try to have that conversation before we start, that if I'm going to have to run after you, then it's not going to fly and you can't get a refund either.
Hi guys, welcome to another episode of the Unveal Afrobeats podcast. As usual, we're doing this in collaboration with StudioX. We've been having amazing episodes talking about the music industry. We've had the producer edition, we've had A&R edition, people behind the scenes, stylists, and today we have music execs in the building. So we're just gonna go around for a bit and introduce ourselves. I said music exec and some eyebrows popped up in the room. So what's going to happen is you tell us your name and you tell us what you do, right? So we start from you. Yeah,
ladies first.
Yeah, ladies first. Yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
Hi everyone. My name is Tami Romeo. I'm
Wow.
legal associate.
Hi.
And I also do business development for artists. And currently I work with Aristocrat Group. Yeah, that's all for me.
Hi everybody, my name is Teso. You're supposed to say hi. I'm actually into digital distribution. I work with I'm a general manager at Platinum Plugs.
Very nice.
Okay. Hi everyone.
Hello.
My name is Titilayo. I'm
Hi,
an
Titilayo.
accountant. I work mainly with creative accounting. I deal with royalties, then revenue, financial analysis, and everything that concerns accounting. So basically, that's it.
Hi. My name is Jumoke. I am currently legal manager for Boomplay Music in Nigeria. And yeah, that's what I do. That's it.
Okay, my name is Ogagus, and I'm a publicist, part-time journalist. I think I do a lot of things, but majorly I'm a music publicist. And I have clients like FreeMe Music, Flyboy, etc. I think that's about it.
You walk out.
Yeah, I'm a fitness enthusiast.
Yeah, Ogagus on Twitter.
Yeah, apparently.
That's him.
Okay, that makes sense.
So who are you?
So hi guys, my name is Lola.
With the duffel.
Yeah. Lola. Yes. Sorry, my name is Lola, and I'm an entertainment lawyer, and I work with technological partners, amongst other things.
Okay.
Because I have a duffel bag. You know.
Now that we've gotten the introductions out of the way, let's get down to business. Let me ask this: how do you usually pick your clients? I'll start with you. How do you
To be honest,
project.
most times I think I was at the panel recently where this question was thrown and my co-panelists were talking about this, that I think the first is money. I'm not going to lie to you. If I say, if you're talented, if I love your music, I think the first is money. Even if you have a bad attitude, if the check is right, we are riding to the end.
Walk around it.
We walk around it. I'll take your bullshit and we'll move on. I think money aside, I think maybe willingness to work, which is very, very important. If the artist or whoever the client is has to be attentive, listen, and follow instructions, I think that's about it. But I think for anybody, if anybody tells you that money is not a huge factor, the person is probably just messing with you or trying to be an angel or something.
Yeah. Sorry, you just said something about listening and following instructions.
Yes.
Are you sure you work in this industry?
I'm just saying,
Wow.
I don't want to.
that's why I just said money. If you don't listen, if you don't follow instruction, we can go by it. But
All right.
just get the
Fair
money.
point.
Right. Fair point. All those are just like add-ons, just in case.
Okay. So do I get to ask a question?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Typically, I've worked with corporate organizations, so the clients come to me. I don't have to go look for them. So, but then when I do stuff for people on the side, I'm not as nice as him. I generally expect people to be able to work with me on a particular thing. So if we're at loggerheads all the time, we can't really work with. Let's just go our separate ways. There are many people we can work with. So it's not really about the check for me most times. It's about the result for me most times. But the check is also a very fantastic factor. Can't lie.
Okay, so for me, because for most people, they know they need accountants, but it gets a bit difficult after you come and meet me. Oh, I need you, I want you to work on my books, I need you to audit some of my royalties. And I have to start running after you to get the service you paid for.
I won't.
So usually, I try to have that conversation before we start, that if I'm going to have to run after you, then it's not going to fly and you can't get a refund either.
Should we hold it?
We need to hold it. So those are the first, that's like the first conversation I have with you before I tell you what I'm going to bill you. Of course, you would need to pay me up front before I do the job. So those two things work hand in hand. Are you willing to work with me and are you willing to pay my price? If you can't do those two things, then I can probably refer you to someone that can handle you and that can take whatever you want to pay, because there are always other people that are willing to take less, which is fine. So basically that's it. And if at the end of the day, like every year I try to work on my client list and still take in some, take off some, I let you know that, oh, the year has been difficult working with you, and I don't think I want to continue that business.
Sayonara.
It's fine.
I need to adopt this.
Yeah.
One minute, guys. So basically, because of what I do, let me remind you guys, I distribute music. You don't need to have sense, just have music. Yeah, for real, guys. Because of the way it is now, it's digital distribution, so I don't really need to meet you. If you want us to meet, good and fine, because as Nigerians, some people like to know who they're working with. I don't care. I don't care. So, as long as you have music, I don't care if it was mixed or mastered or whatever it is. If you want me to sell it, I'll help you sell it. I'll take my cut and move. You move. That's it.
Interesting. So, like you said, money. And then I'm really big on your track record. Because first money, because I don't want to be hearing, I have somebody that can do it for 30k. I don't want to hear that. So if you don't have money, like, secondly, track record, because a lot of artists are really big on, oh, this person did it, like putting blame on the next person. So I want to know if you are really a problematic person in general, or you're actually somebody who has a head on his shoulders and knows what they're doing. So if you don't have money and you're problematic, I'll double your body. Sometimes
you can be problematic but have money.
That's one struggle you get. So
That's like your fee is not less than 30k. Wow. That's what you just said.
Are we talking dollars on this show? I don't know.
Okay. Let's be clear on that.
For me, it has to be, maybe because I'm a lawyer, and because my patient level is like 0. I have to not lie about it. I tell you, when I meet you for the first time, I tell you, let me not lie for you. The first problem we have is that my patience is like this.
The negatives.
Yeah, I'm in the negatives. So, and also,
Lawyer.
I like to work with, I use the language work with. I've had issues where somebody come and say, you're my lawyer, you work for me. No, I work with you, I don't work for you. So if your mentality is you work for me, that's the first problem. That means you don't understand that there's no I in team. We're a team, so we have to, it's a vision. I'm keen to what you're seeing. And if I don't let, it has to be that I have to key to your vision. If I see that, nah, bruh, I'm not. And I had an issue saying on Thursday, someone called me, I was like, nah, my spirit is not working with you because you're already saying I'm working for you. Nah, stay in your house. Money too, because, bruh, I gotta feed my family. Even if I'm not feeding my family, I feed myself. I like food. And I need money to buy food. So yeah, money is part of it. I do my due diligence. I have to work with you and not for you. There's sometimes you have to work for some people. I'm working with the president. I'm working for the president. Even with the president, somehow. But yeah, track record, money. I think everybody has said everything that basically determines how we work in this kind of environment that we are. That's everybody has to do.
Let me ask this now, and I'll start with you. How do you handle clients that tend to cross that line between professional and personal? Those professional and personal lines. When your client is becoming your guy. When your client is becoming your guy. When you are now smoking loud with your client.
Okay. It's very hard. I've not seen anybody cross that line.
Wait, you smoke loud with your client?
No, that's the thing. I'm going to go there, guys. I don't smoke loud with my clients, so I need to put that out. I've not seen. We all have our vices. I'm not arguing that we don't all have vices. If we sit in the club and we're clinking a bottle or we're doing our cigars, that's fine. But professional is professional. You don't use dear with me. You don't use whatever with me. My name is Lola. Speak to Lola.
Cutie.
Dear. You don't dear me. You don't dear me. You don't whatever me.
No, dear.
And even I have friends that become clients. Right? Most of our friends are the first clients we have. So immediately I know that you're feeling the shoe of my client. I'll have to drop in that space. I'm going to drop whatever. I have people that say, but you're my guy now. Why are you sending me an email? No, guy, I'm working with you. When I drop the traffic on, they say have fun. I be like the craze. But at that moment, at that minute, when whatever title I'm in, I'm being professional. Emails, because you'll be surprised that then your guy will be the first to choke hand in your eyes when the problem is when this starts. So to avoid see finish also. So I try not to. I think we can do everything together, maybe outside that work environment, but in as much as the reason why I'm here is to be your guy, I'll try as much. It's very hard, to be honest. It's a very hard thing to do. We'll try as much as possible to, let's keep it professional from here. I mean, there are times where sometimes I'm in a meeting and the other person is my friend. But at that particular point, Jumoke can say that we're lawyers and we're in our different capacity. But after that, I mean, they say, why you do like that? But we move still.
I'm very antisocial, so I don't think I'm like one of the most antisocial persons you meet on earth. See, I love my sleep, I love my space, I like being alone. Others, I was working on Artiste and Labor was saying something about Artiste house. Artiste what? I can't stay there, it's impossible. I'm a loner. I just like being alone with my PC watching my TV show, so I've not been that loud. I think I was working with the first artist I started working with. I had an issue because they kept saying that, you don't come to the club with us. There's a new artist I started working with this year. I'm not going to mention the name, but you can guess. They had a club thing. They're like, I'm not going to come. I'm like, I put mad in this place. I should leave my house. I'm coming to escape. I'm even serious. So I've not been in that kind of position. I don't like being where I'm not wanted. I never want to even see you if I can. I work with Kids Daniel, and I think I've seen Kids Daniel not up to 4 or 5 times. Like in person.
You didn't even let us guess.
Oh. I'm just saying another story. Yeah. I work with Kids Daniel. I don't think I've seen Kids Daniel more than 2, 3, 4. I try not to. If I don't need to, except I really, maybe there's a concert, there's a show, there's something that is serious that, okay, you have to show face so that they feel like you're part of it. Nigerians, they love this team thing in quotes. So I don't think I've ever been in that position where there's a professional line. Once I start working with you and you start becoming successful, I think our friendship might just have to stop. To be very honest with you, if I still work with you, probably won't chat about things that are not, or talk about things that are not work related. Once it's not work, I'm not really interested because we have a working relationship, and I think mixing working relationship with any other form of relationship, it always ends in tears. Yes. Like you always see, it always ends in tears most times. So we don't need to be friends. I'll find friends somewhere else. It's just what it is.
Yeah.
Jumoke.
First of all, you see that line between personal and professional. Sometimes even when you don't even want to be mean, say people will push you, and it's just very annoying. And then you come, we're having the discussion, and then you start to, you see that dear, who said dear?
But dear is not for me.
Invest me. I don't even know why. So there are times when the lines are blurred. You have friends that become clients, like she said, the clients that eventually become friends, but there should always be there should always be boundaries. So there are times when I work very closely with some lawyers in the industry, and then there are times that when we're speaking to each other over meals, you don't even know we're friends because it feels like we're fighting, and that's how I like it. So if we're working, let's work. If we're banting, you have my personal phone, call that. But if we're going to be doing this professionally, let's do that. So if when I'm talking to a client and then you want to be feeling, how far can you? No, I don't want to hang out. Do you have work for me? Or don't think that I'm going to get a discount? It's not going to work. No discount, no free service. From 2020 now, even you have to pay to see me now. Exactly. It's a new year. We have to do this.
Yeah.
So I think
Don't be asking questions that trigger.
Sorry, I think it has to. We just have to put some kind of structure to it so that people can rate you. I think. So now I've just decided that. No, not now. Like towards the middle of this year, everybody that I work with, I just decided to, you know what, let me just put you on a retainer. Let's just know that we're doing this. Yeah. Even my blood brother, I said, Papa, I said, Mama, I give guys, sign this thing. We're working. If you want to dash me money as your sister, that's your business. But you're still gonna pay for my service. So I think it's just putting a kind of value around your service and letting people know that when we're working. If we're doing other stuff, then we're doing other stuff. It's just lines, boundaries.
Yeah, for me, I think artists mainly are mostly in their head and they don't respect private space. But I'm actually a very reserved person. I don't like going out. I like to do my job, read, maybe sometimes even watch the world. But basically, that's like my life. So I get situations where my artists call like, oh, Titi, you don't talk to me. You only call me when you want to ask about money or maybe when something is off on the account. That's the only time I hear from you. I try to I got something for you. Do you want to come and pick it up? I'm like, I really don't want to. I'm like, you don't even have to call me. If you send me an email, you send your bank statement to me, you send your receipt, we probably will not see till for 2 years and we're working together. We don't need to see each other. But I still try to communicate to them in a very respectful manner because of course I need your money. So I don't want you to go. So I let you know that it's not going to work. But I'm your guy. But I don't think, aside from my friends that became clients, I don't have any clients that actually became friends. I try to put that space there because for artists, they're really never your friend. They're just there when they need you.
They're never your friends.
They are not.
So,
not their fault.
Service. Bad behavior. Whoever is watching you, should stop. It's bad behavior.
I'm not joking. They're not your friends.
Very bad
so I always
behavior.
try to remember that, no matter what, I actually go through the extra effort of sending my clients gifts. Oh, I remember that you're here and I appreciate you for being here. But that's what it is.
I just remember that fella video. He's the artist.
Rono!
Yeah, Teso.
Yeah, personally, I don't think I don't know. I don't know if I have boundaries, honestly. I come at you the way you come at me. If you're cool, even though we're doing business, we're cool, we can hang out, we can do whatever. But if you're stupid, if you come at me sideways, I'll come at you sideways. Let's keep it like this. That's just the way I relate with everybody. Not just with business, but basically everybody. Because, like I said, what I do right now, I really don't have to meet anybody. We could just talk over email. Everything can be done without even knowing who I am. That kind of thing. But from my past life, you end up trying to make friends. They're not really your friends, truth be told. Because you guys are hanging out in the same space at that particular time. So everybody's like, oh, we're cool and stuff like that. Once they go a step above the level y'all were hanging out together at, everybody's nose goes up okay, whatever. But personally, I don't have any boundaries. You come at me, I treat you the way you treat me. Simple as that. Yeah.
So I think it's easier for guys to blow the lines.
Yeah.
It's easier for
true. I was going to mention that because
bros and
it's easier for
I
guys.
was going to mention that because
But I'll never say something.
yeah.
most times, even if it's easier for guys to blow the line, when you start blowing the line with artists or creative people, they start taking the piss. They start taking you for granted. That's quote unquote see finish. And sometimes when you are strict and stern, they'll be like, you're always too uptight. You are always pessimistic.
Ogagus. Like when you meet me, the first thing you probably notice is my hair. Like, yo, dude, I'm not that guy. You understand what I'm saying? I'm actually not that guy. Yeah, I'm good with you, we'll laugh and all that shit, but Baba, I will tell you straight up. So, like I said, come at me sideways, I come at you sideways. I don't give a fuck who you are, straight up. So, when you start taking the piss, I'll give it right back to you now. Straight up, I'm not a nice guy. Honestly speaking, I'm not a nice guy.
Yeah, sorry.
For a while, like I've noticed that artists tend to want to have you around a lot. They are, sorry to use this word, but they're needy. So they always want either their A&R to be calling in, checking on them, or their lawyers calling in. So if you're doing
they crave attention.
Yeah, business development work with them. I haven't heard from you. I haven't. Just calm down. So I don't think I've worked with anybody who has crossed that line, because I tend to use a lot of professional words, even in face-to-face conversations with them, so you don't miss the point. So no dare, no hand touchy-feely, none of that. You sit across a table and we have the conversation. So even in WhatsApp groups and stuff, you cut down the conversation to only what is necessary to have.
Necessary details.
Yeah, what is necessary to have. So sometimes, the first time I had a back and forth with Lola, we were working on something else, but before that I actually hadn't physically met her. We only met via Twitter and DM a little bit, and then moving on, we now met on another work situation. I now saw her email.
You guys are opposite ends,
Lola, but yeah, opposite
in the email it was definitely different.
In the email we're giving each other basbos. But you get, outside that, we're guys. Yeah.
I think artists don't know that. I've seen artists complain about, I met certain lawyer, they were being a prick. I was in the hotel room, they said I should stand up from their bed or something. But if you realize that, I'm like, they are in a professional capacity.
Yeah.
These people went to law school for whatever years they spent in school. They're not here to once you guys leave that setting, now you guys are in a loud setting. You guys can be loudly, but once it's a work situation.
Or the ones that expect you to not talk to, so you have a problem with somebody else, and then you are representing this person, they're representing the other person, and they expect you to be from like, guy, I'm not even in your this is my colleague. When we're across the table, but somebody came at me and was telling me, I don't even know if there's conflict of interest. I said, that's your business, because this is my colleague. Look, I'm doing your work. Do you have a problem with how I'm doing your work? No, but I do not expect you to. You saw us outside. I should not say hello again. You don't own me. This is a different situation. I don't know.
So I think especially with artists, Nigerian artists need an education. Huge education. They don't know how to be professional in any field, any way. They don't know how to be professional. Very few of them know what they're supposed to do, when they're supposed to do it, and go ahead to do it.
Very true. Which brings me to this question. Jumoke, let me ask you. So tell me, what really happens in cases where artists say that they have been ripped off by their labels? What really happens? Because we hear that a lot. It comes, it goes,
set up till Jesus exhale.
Maybe you say one day give me bass boost now.
Wow.
I can start with you.
I said 2020.
57 days.
So what really happens? From your experience, of course.
From my experience, I'd say it's typically not a one-size-fits-all situation. So there are several times, or there's situations where, you're seeing some iffy agreements, some very shady arrangements.
Okay.
And there are sometimes that there's no arrangement at all. Everybody just assuming things and operating on the strength of the universe. There's that, and then there's a situation where people are just taking the piss. So and then it's a big ego fest, and then everybody is just getting upset, and you're the lawyer, you're like, oh my god, if people are not paying me for this is going to be a serious situation. So it's typically different cases.
Yeah.
So there are times when it's the agreement, they can't really seem to come to, they don't know what they signed first of all, and then now somebody is telling you, oh, you say you want to go, they're telling you can't go, you promised me 57 years of your life. You're like, oh shit, I did that. So you don't even know what you actually signed. There are situations where there's no agreement, and they're like, after giving you $700 million, you want to go now? But sir, I can't go. There's nothing holding me here. And there's situations where everybody knows what's expected of them, but I'm not a big man. I'm not a big artist. People cannot be doing this to me. So it's just usually it's a lot of misunderstanding, and then there's a lot of ego trips going around, and then the fact that the agreements are usually not straight.
Yeah.
What's this question again? I'm confused. About
what really happens when artists say that they're
This is very, very serious.
As a publicist, have you ever had to...
This is very, very serious because, see, I'm a publicist. I don't like going into what's happening inside the legal part. Just pay my money. Lawyer said, okay, this is what the lawyer people said. Put it out. Get it out.
A statement.
Okay, lawyer said there's injunction. Get it out. I don't even know what is happening. I was not the one you're signing.
Your own is just to report it.
See, my job is just to report. I don't even know what is happening in the courts. It's not my business. I'm not a shareholder in the label, so I try not to even involve myself in that. But I think most of the time is misunderstanding. But most I think the artists take the piss. Most of it, personally, as an outsider, I believe that artists probably get bigger, or they start getting clouds, or start getting people in their DMs telling them that they are the best thing since jollof rice, or in their DM, and it starts getting to their head. And I think most times they start talking to outsiders that they meet on the road, or they go to an event, they meet me, and I'm in your ear, your label, they're not doing anything for you now. You should be bigger than the way you are. Forgetting that prior now, it's work that the label has done that got you here, that is making that outsider tell you this, and they just get into their head and they start believing that, oh, I should be, and they'll be on Instagram seeing artist A with with Benz, or chilling with Whiskey. Eventually realize that this social media is not reality. It's what I want you to see. See, social media is a huge facade. I can travel to Dubai with my last cash and I'm in my hotel broke, I've not eaten, but I'm only posting views, and you in Lagos, you'll be like, God, God, that you're in a better position than that person. Yes, when they see that, they start getting their head and they just start tripping wires and start troubleshooting and start giving their record label executive problem, everybody they are working with problem, their managers problem. Say, okay, I should be working with Lola is a better manager, he's doing something for Whiskey. Meanwhile, the person that is here probably know, and most times it ends in tears, because when you are building a house, people that build the house to a certain level, they know where it's faulty, they know where it's weak, they know how to maneuver, they know how they got you there. So when you bring a new person that didn't know how you guys got there, you probably be building on top, and end of the day everything will just crumble. So that I think most times the artist is our fault. That's why I find that sometimes label might have some shitty, I can't say issues, maybe the deals are very, very, very tight. But as long as we're not questioned to sign that deal, you have to sit down there and do what you signed.
No, sorry, not necessarily. There are some times that I do agree with most of the points that you made, but there are some times that we're seeing labels, let's not even lie, we're seeing labels that just have the money, they don't actually know how to run your career, and you find out that for what? And they're the ones that sign the longest deals. You be seeing
Yeah.
You see 10 years, be like, Jesus, I'm going to sit down here for 10 years. Or I put money in and push. It's still the artist that will be his own A&R guy. The artist will be his own manager. The artist will be his own stylist.
Yes,
the artist is his own everything. And then the label is just there, okay, and then you release maybe one fire record, God might help you, people retweet, and then you get some, you'll be like, it's our, check your contract, we're the owners of everything. We have
That's very, very
so there are always
scenarios like that.
Yes, there are very many scenarios like that, even though I do agree that artists take the piss sometimes, but there's sometimes
most times those artists, they don't know how to converse with their executives. They just believe that I'm an artist, I'm a creative. I'm not getting. They just start blowing up and causing issues.
I think after the situation, it all falls back to artists having lawyers.
Yeah, if you're lawyer,
help us tell them more. Help us tell them. They will tell you lawyers are necessary.
But I want to ask you something. Have you ever been in a case like a record? An artist wants to leave a label and they're like, okay, let's see the books and know how much has been spent.
Very important.
Does that happen?
Yeah, actually, it happens like often as possible. Is most times I always try to tell artists, the ones that are my clients, I always try to tell them, like, if you are working for a record label and you signed an agreement and they've given you an advance of, let's say, 100 million, you don't have to wait for the record label to follow up on that 100 million for you. I have some people currently that when they send in their expenses, I'm seeing a phone of like over 500,000, a new car. I just rented a place in Lekki. It's costing me like 4 million. And I'm always tempted to ask, like, do you know that this is going to backfire? Because these labels will not tell you that we cannot pay for it. You have the budget. But the point is, you are going to need to pay back. Will you be able to pay back when you want to leave? Because most record labels are not charity. They are not charity.
No, but I don't know any charity.
They are all there to make money. So they can't want to ask for their money back. And you say, but I didn't even know when I was spending all these things. So you as an artist should also be able to track your expenses. I bought NSA in the club yesterday. Collect your receipts. Make photocopy. Give one to your record label. Keep your own.
Boys don't high now.
But don't matter. I have people that will say, artists are not. They would say entertainment is not a receipted business. I don't still understand what that phrase means. But they say it every time.
They say that?
Where's your receipts? They'll be like, I'm an artist, so how should I be keeping receipts? But I'm like, by the time your record label is going to want to ask for their money back, that is what you show as evidence, like, okay, this was actually what I spent. So percentage of this is my own cost. The other part is yours. So why are you giving me millions of nairas to pay back? Then you have something to fight with. But if you don't have all those things, the record label can tell you, I spent 50 million on you. You have nothing to fight with.
They did.
They did most of the time. But I feel that
they did, but the truth is, they also need to share part of those expenses. And like I think it was Lola had the conversation with the other day, like, why is the record label not letting them know that, guy, you're running on a budget this month, you can't go beyond that. Like, try to help them control their expenses. You just don't let them...
Actually, not gonna do that.
Yes, they don't. But I think it's wrong, because even the record label, at the end of the day, the artist does not make the money back. It is your loss. You can't throw the guy in jail for the money he didn't make.
So what I think most artists should always have in mind, like, once you say I want to be an artist and I want to be signed to a label, once you carry your mouth, open your throat and do a song, just know that you're owing somebody money.
Already.
You are owing
but most times money. They forget.
So what happens is, sometimes some record labels, they have a budget. So this is what we're spending on you for 6 months. This is what we're spending on you for a year. And let's say, for example, they say we're spending 20 million on you for the next 6 months. The artist comes and he sees, Davido went to Mauritius to do his video. So me too, I want that video done for my one single. And then that takes up like 8 million out of it. Yeah. So when you tell them it's not possible, we can't do it, you are running at a red. they'll be like, no, I will make the money back. It's easy, it's simple. But they don't know that that's not how things work.
Yeah.
You put in 10 million, and before you see that 10 million back, you are grey. Like, the hair is falling off of your head already before you get that money back.
Which is why I said that I feel like the record label too should help them in most cases.
At the
end of the year, no, they are not.
I think
at the end of the day,
I say they won't do that.
Hear,
I think it's the other way around.
Okay.
Most labels are the ones that propose, let's go to SA, let's go to this, let's go to that, and go shoot videos.
Okay.
Because the artists don't have money. The labels are the ones that do that. Now, it's the artist that's going to say, it's going to cost us 8 million.
Most times,
Hold up. They will tell, or whatever the label tells them, because the truth is this, you're a hungry artist, right? The label comes up with like, you've never been to Ghana before. And the label is telling you, we can go to Janda, we can go to the States and go shoot a video, and you're sitting down there. Like, you understand what I'm saying? You are never going to say no. But that's the point. That's the point where your antenna is supposed to be up. Like, but this video we're going to shoot, can the video on its own make 8 million?
They don't think that far.
You know, they don't.
They don't.
You understand? So now, look, the truth is this, it's a dog eat dog business. I'll rip you off if I can. No. Let's be honest now.
Yeah.
I'll rip you up. Is what they call it, capitalism.
Mm-hmm.
I put in money, I want to make double or triple, if possible. So if I rely on your stability
To make that money.
and you're helping me with it, jeez.
That's why I said the labels are probably
all fairness, I have a client.
There's no fairness.
I have a client that it would not even let you know what is really allocated to you. It just tell you, okay, this is what we have for this month or for the next 6 months. What do you think we can do? He actually has more than that, but because he doesn't want you to go way over your head,
budget.
it brings it down.
I want to say something. I've been in this scenario before where I'm not going to mention names. There's an artist I was working with and we were moving, and it was like, this guy is like next to blow. But they had an issue, and they were saying, bringing, you went here, you traveled here.
Bam.
When these trips were being made, I was the only person that was like, what is happening? Why are you carrying this to London? Why is he going to America? We can shoot a video in Nigeria. What is he going to do? We need to go to all these things. And I'm telling artists, tell label, I want to stay in Lagos, I don't want to travel. But why I was not left Nigeria before I got signed? I was deceiving myself thinking he would go and tell label. Meanwhile, he was telling the label that he was telling the label that I am jealous that he's traveling.
For real. This is situations we've been in.
I kid you not. He was telling the label that I was jealous that he's going to London, that I have not traveled, that this, that. Then when issue came out and they brought out expenses and the money, boom. You don't look at the expenses. Promotional budget is very low, and there are trips, there are
trips, club appearances,
all these trips
clothing and stuff like that.
Promote a song and you have a hit. Yeah. Why are we going on these trips when this money can be put into better and more fruitful places?
What I know that is the record label usually should send your financials to you at the end of every year. How many of them actually does that?
None. Big shout out to Unveal Afrobeats Incubation, StudioX, FreeMe TV. Thanks guys for watching.
A lot of people think A&R only function after they've signed them.
They're not just there to be hanging around and be smoking louder.
And what would you do with the file being born?